Long ago, a strange red meteorite came crashing down to the surface of the earth. With it came a creature of unspeakable evil. The king of the dragons and a mysterious hero from another dimension battled to protect the inhabitants of the island Moreau. Using the ancient power of the Millennium Star, the king and the hero sealed the creature back into a state of hibernation. So long as the power of the star remained intact, the being would remain sealed away. However, in the 40 years since the creature has been sealed away, those seeking power carelessly have destroyed and scattered the 6 pieces of the Millennium Star. To this day, they have remained hidden. Now, without the magical seal keeping the beast at bay, a great storm has begun to brew around the meteorite where the beast was sealed away. The creature's return is imminent. Over the last several years, the Dragon King has passed away, and the hero who helped him seal away the being has become corrupt. We could only look to the power of the Millennium Star to stop this monstrosity. Over the years, I have managed to recover 1 piece, but there are 5 more that remain lost. That is, until now. Since the storm has begun, a bright ray of light has begun to shine from my star fragment, as if it is calling to someone. My days of adventure are long behind me. I ask the star who it is calling for, and I can vaguely see 2 faces in the reflection of the piece, telling me the star has already chosen the heroes for itself.
The board that we ain't gonna pay. You know we're tough as nails and we're gonna stay that way. Full speed ahead, grab the wheel, use your head. We're gonna sail fast and we're gonna go real far. Yeah. Yeah, ba-da-ba-ba-da.
Welcome to the great city of Moreau. Present day, of course, where it sounds like a lot of commotion is going on already. Sounds like a pretty typical day to me.
There she goes! Get them! Get them!
Sin, was all this really necessary?
Of course, Snickers. Would I do something reckless without having a good reason?
Don't make me answer that.
Oh, Cinnamon and Snickers. These 2 just can't keep themselves out of trouble. It's usually Cinnamon's fault. And it looks as though she's again done something to anger Iggy and Spike, 2 of the new king's best men. She can't really help herself but cause trouble for those 2. And after a fairly long chase, it appears the 2 have found themselves pinned into a corner.
Oh well, I guess they got us.
Huh?
Ha gotcha! I could have had you guys ages ago. I wasn't waiting on these slowpokes. And who do I catch? Our Princess Cinnamon and her nerdy little boyfriend Snickerdoodle.
Hey, Spike.
The guards close in, and the loud one pushes his way to the front.
You brat! Give it here!
Give what here?
Don't be a ditz! You stole Iggy's wand! We saw you!
Oh, then maybe you shouldn't have taken Jericho's TMND cards. Sure sucks when people take something that isn't theirs, isn't it?
They are collectibles, and he wouldn't appreciate them like I do. Now give it back!
Now look here, young lady. Your little pranks are tolerated around here because of who your mother is. But even the king's favor has its limits. Now hand over the wand, or do you 2 want to find yourselves in Madame Amberley's office again?
Madame Amberley's?
Fine. Here you go, crybaby.
Iggy takes back his wand and gives it a good looking over, holding it up into the light to admire its shine.
It seems fine. Let's go, guys. We're done here. And I am not a crybaby.
The king's men start to walk away as Snickers breathes a sigh of relief. His feelings of peace are short-lived, however, as he looks over to see Cinnamon hold up a burning red pepper. He knows Cinnamon can't create flame breath without eating something extremely spicy.
You're not gonna...
I sure am, boy!
She devours the whole pepper in one bite. A powerful flame engulfs the guards. Cinnamon then grabs Snickers' hand, and the two begin to run again.
Just couldn't help yourself, could you?
Hey, look at that!
Snickers and Cinnamon look up to see a beam of light coming from the nearby forest. With a simple gesture, Snickers follows his girlfriend towards the unknown light source. Elsewhere, at the once great dragon castle, the former queen Apalala, mother of Cinnamon, reluctantly opens the door to the king's throne room.
Your Highness, the truffle fungi have given us additional crops at a discount for their belated delivery.
Thank you, Apalala. By the way, have you given any more thought to my generous offer? Aghanim says she could turn you human instantly. All you have to do is agree to the marriage.
Even after all this time, I think I'd rather be crushed by a...
She is abruptly cut off as the head of Henchman Affairs saunters her way through the door and into the throne room.
Your Highness, Apalala.
Fiona.
Tension fills the room. These two really don't care much for each other.
2 fugitives have entered the restricted dry marsh.
Oh, is anyone pursuing them?
Yes, sir. Those morons, Iggy and Spike, along with Hopper, are following them in.
Iggy and Spike, perfect. Wouldn't want to send anyone too valuable into the dry marsh. You can go, Apalala. We will discuss our personal matters later.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Back in the dry marsh, Snickers and Cinnamon walk through the old woods, pushing hollow branches out of their way and stepping around the occasional large mud puddle. While Cinnamon is having fun, poor Snickers would rather be just about anywhere else right now.
You know, with the guards chasing us, it probably wasn't ideal to go into an area that's off limits to the public.
Standing before them is what appears to be the remains of an old chapel long since abandoned.
Whoa!
Hungry for adventure, Cinnamon approaches the large drawbridge.
Let's take a look inside.
I don't think we should. It doesn't look like anyone has disturbed this place in a while, so why should we?
Look, there's a light coming from this lock.
As Cinnamon points to the lock, her hand begins to glow with the same star symbol that appears on the lock itself. The lock then shatters and disappears, leading to the drawbridge coming crashing down before them, opening a path into the old chapel.
Wow. What just happened?
I'm not sure, but can we go now?
To Snickers' dismay, the two begin crossing the bridge.
I don't think we should. It doesn't look like anyone else has been here in ages. Why should we change that?
Cinnamon peeks around the doorway. Seeing the coast is clear, the two enter the large, formerly beautiful chapel.
Look at this place. Gosh, something big happened here at some point.
Makes you wonder why it was abandoned.
Just as Snickers says that, the bridge pulls itself back up, being sealed by spectral energy blocking the way out. Cinnamon looks at Snickers with now a slightly unnerved look on her face.
Well, something tells me it isn't a good thing. Maybe I can open these bars like an open lock.
The spectral bars send a shock through Cinnamon's hand, having her draw back with a...
Oh my gosh! Are you okay?
Cinnamon gives her boyfriend an assured look as she flexes her fingers.
Yeah, I'm fine.
While relieved his girlfriend is okay, Snickers can't shake the eerie feeling that he is being watched from behind. The two reluctantly turn around to see a large shadow rise up from the ground right behind them.
Oh.
The apparition goes for an attack as the two frantically try to avoid it. Snickers leaps over a swipe as Cinnamon narrowly avoids a vicious bite.
How did you hurt a ghost?
Why are you asking me?
I'm the strong one. You're the smart one.
The apparition then tackles Snickers to the ground, but before it can go in for the killing blow, it begins licking his face. It then turns in playful circles, happy to see its new friends.
I guess she just wanted to play?
She then shrinks down to a small size, rubbing up against Cinnamon, expecting some good pets and play.
Who's a good ghost puppy? Who's your good ghost puppy?
As Cinnamon praises their newfound friend, a door can be heard opening on the upper level, where a weathered yet handsome voice can be heard, one not unlike that of Sam Elliott or another sexy older gentleman. Biddy! Biddy boo! What is with all the ruckus? You know Mama won't be home for... Needless to say, I was a little shocked. Hadn't seen anybody in here in a while, and it threw me off just a little bit. But seeing them, I expressed, in a very calm, collected manner. You two! You're actually here! I can't believe it, I didn't think you two would actually show up! I guess I owe the old lady a little something. Anyway, that's not important. What's important is that you two are here!
Huh? What are you talking about?
You were expecting us?
Of course! My wife received word from a very reliable friend of a reliable source that you two were on your way here. I've been waiting, patiently. You two are here to collect the Millennium Star, is that right?
A Millennium Star?
Cinnamon clearly had no idea what we were talking about, but thankfully her brainy little boyfriend did.
I've heard of that, but they're crazy rare. They all disappeared when we were both super young.
I see. So you were both chosen for this quest, but you were not informed of exactly what the quest was. Well, then I suppose it's my job to fill you both in. It's not like you can leave here without a star piece anyway. So we might as well start with introductions. I'm Llewellyn, younger brother to the once prominent hero who gathered the star pieces the first time. Now the keeper of the chapel, the gateway to the Millennium Star itself. And you are?
I'm Snickerdoodle. My friends call me Snickers. Did you say we can't leave?
And I'm his girlfriend, Cinnamon.
Cinnamon? Cinnamon? That Cinnamon? The daughter of the former King Cinnamon? The princess?
Yeah. That doesn't really matter now, does it?
Your Majesty, that explains everything. That's why you're here. I was always one of your father's most loyal supporters. With the King's magic, you can break the seals. That's how you got in. Oh, he thought he'd hid them away where no one could get them. He thought they were sealed away where no one would find them. No one would even know where to look. Your Highness, do you know what this means? It means you can enter the paintings. You can collect the Millennium Star Pieces, all against the will of the new king, and will have the power to bring him down.
Wow. Seems kind of like a flaw in his plans, doesn't it? If he doesn't want people to look and find them, then why not just make them completely inaccessible?
There always has to be a failsafe. Should the king ever need access to them, only one of royal blood could get them. There are in fact several Millennium Stars sealed within the walls of this place, but getting to them is no small task. Why don't you both take a seat? I'll get us some refreshments and fill you in on all the details. So I began to regale the tales to them. Little did we know that Iggy, Spike, and Hopper had all found our location.
I don't like this place. I've heard it's...
Haunted? Yeah, I've heard that too. They say that there are pillars in the basement that'll drain all the water of the moat in mere seconds.
I've heard if you stare at the skylight, it will transport you to a deserted city in the sky. It's okay if you can fly, but if not, you'll fall all the way back down.
That all sounds preposterous. But I have also heard of a strange mustached man who will appear in apparition form and chase you down a long hallway, saying things like, "Fun is infinite," and that he will show you fun. Feeling unnerved by all the scary talk, Iggy finally blurts out aloud,
Enough! I mean, enough! Cinnamon! Snickers! You win! If you two are out here, we will just pretend nothing happened and go back to town together!
You don't think they went inside, do you?
No way! They couldn't get past the big lock on the door. No one other than maybe the king has the power to open up one of those locks.
Immediately after the door shut behind Snickers and Cinnamon, the lock had reappeared, making it look as though no one had entered the old chapel.
You know, they probably didn't even go this way.
Right! Probably not. Let's go. I'm sure Cinnamon is laughing at us right now, walking back home.
I'm just glad that Fiona wasn't here, because she would be making fun of us.
Ha! Don't even say her name.
The king's men turned to leave. Little did they know, Cinnamon and Snickers were just across the bridge in the old chapel. Inside, I was just finishing up my very in-depth, detailed, not boring in any way speech, explaining to them what had happened over the last few years. Vanished. I looked everywhere, but to no avail. I couldn't gather the pieces myself, so I simply returned here to wait for the arrival of the next heroes. Can't be a hero forever, you know, your knees go bad and all that. But that's why I'm here, waiting for you two. Hey! Were you two even listening to me? Cinnamon and Snickers snapped to like they had been paying attention the whole time. I at least appreciated them pretending.
So, I'm not gonna lie, I spaced out for most of that. But basically, we just have to hop into these pictures, find the Starbits, and bring them back with us. Do that until we have all the 6 pieces, and then we get out of here, right?
Yes, but it's not that simple. You see, the Millennium Star Pieces are so powerful that the creatures of incredible evil also seek them. Some are guarded by those very creatures, and they are far more dangerous than anything you could encounter in our world.
But if we get the Starbits, we get their powers, and they're crazy valuable, right?
Yes, but I feel like you're missing a very...
No more! Come on, Snickers, let's go get them. With their powers, we could all get us out of here. And then we could sell the pieces for enough money Mom could finally get working for that dirty man and just be home. Jericho could have all the Teenage Mutant Ninja Dragon cards he wants. Heck, we might even get a Fun Station 5!
Did you miss the whole guarded by creatures of incredible evil part?
I'm sure they can't be any worse than the Wumps and Roots around here. We can handle them. We got to get out of here sometime anyway. Might as well get started. Now, which painting are we gonna get in first?
You're a bit more eager than I expected. I have the first piece here. You'll use it to open the door. Inside, you'll find a creepy-looking painting. Just jump inside and it'll teleport you to the world within it. Keep in mind, you can't return here without the piece I gave you. Do not lose it. The piece shrinks down to a convenient pocket size. Cinnamon then tosses it to Snickers to put it in his pocket.
Here, Snickers. You better hang on to it. I'll lose it.
That's the truth.
You didn't have to agree with me.
The small shard floats up to the door. The lock falls off, similar to the one outside. The door slowly opens. The trio look inside and are met with a very strange and unsettling painting, centered right in the middle of the room, as if it were once a prominent fixture to the room's decor. The image is strangely inviting, haunting yet intriguing.
Okay, that's not creepy at all.
Having second thoughts yet, Sin?
Me? No way.
It's not the most inviting painting, is it? Why would the artist make this world look so sinister?
That's strange. There are new figures in this painting. I'm used to the nasty-looking water, but those two creatures are new. Oh well, these paintings do change from time to time. Cinnamon slowly approaches the painting. She reaches out for it cautiously. She is surprised when her hand begins to glow again, the symbol of the star illuminating on the back of her hand. As it does, the face of the truffle fungi in the picture appears to be moving, as if the little fungi is frantically begging for help. Cinnamon reaches closer and notices the eyes of the monstrous creature looking back at her. A piercing voice is then heard.
A star piece.
The evil creature appears to be moving towards the canvas. As he races closer and closer, his upper body emerges from the painting itself, and he points directly at Snickers.
You have the piece then. I will just have to devour you and strip the shard from your bones.
Without a second thought, Cinnamon lunges herself at the creature.
Like hell you will.
Cinnamon and the creature both disappear into the painting.
Wait, Cinnamon! Oh my gosh!
Cinnamon then appears in the painting, standing between the evil creature and the small fungi. Snickers looks on in shock. I stood behind him. I was ready to help at a moment's notice.
Do you see that?
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
That's why I keep those doors locked. These damn paintings will let all kinds of things in and out.
I have to help her. I don't know what that thing is, but she needs me.
Snickers stepped up to the painting. He reached out to enter very reluctantly. Just before he entered, one last piece of advice came to mind. Snickers, I shouted. Beware the stained glass. Snickers gives me an unnerved look back. I knew he didn't understand what I was saying, but I knew that he would soon enough. He steps into the painting. He can feel himself traveling between worlds. The levels of the canvas pass him at lightning speed. All across the many lands, beams of light can be seen illuminating the sky. Champions of the distant lands look on with curiosity and intrigue. I watch as Snickers appears next to Cinnamon on the painting. Biddy floats up next to me, and I place my arm around her. Good luck, you two, I say calmly. Snickers slams the ground right behind Cinnamon. As I try to get their bearings about them, they hear the voice of the little truffle fungi.
Hey! Don't just sit there! Run! He will eat you!
Cinnamon and Snickers look up to see the dangerous carbon floating above them. He angrily stares at the three of them.
You stand between me and my dinner, chubby girl. But no worries. Fat adds to the flavor.
Oh, please! If I'm gonna be scared of your scrawny, musty self.
Sin, don't antagonize.
You're going to stand up to him? There's nothing that would make me happier right now than knocking this smelly dude into next week.
In that case, let's go. Right now.
The time for running is over. Don't miss the next episode of Starbits, coming soon.
As far as I know, the whole damn crew is in the boiler room, putting on the pressure and holding it together. I know they got my back, and I know they got your dough. And all his boys say it's okay. We got a dab at the board.